Hi guys, and welcome back to At the Seams Patterns. Today I have a sewing tutorial for the Chloe Sleepwear short. This short is part of a set. I'll link the tutorial for the top in the description below. Let's get started. Talking through some of the design details. The short has a 4cm wide waistband with a 3cm wide elastic. A row of top stitching creates a 1cm frill at the top of the waistband. The drawcord waist tie is functional and feeds through 2 buttonholes at the centre front. The hem is finished with a 3cm wide band and contrast piping. The short is designed to sit below the waist and has a comfortable, relaxed fit. To make the short, you will need the following fabric and notions: lightweight breathable fabric, lightweight interfacing, thread to match, 3cm wide elastic, 1.5cm wide ribbon, and contrast piping. You will also need the below equipment: scissors or rotary cutter and mat, pins plus 2 large safety pins, a sewing machine with a regular foot plus a zipper or invisible foot, an overlocker and an iron. Cut all main and interfacing pieces accurately on the correct grain, ensuring all notches are clipped. Seam allowance is included and is marked on the pattern in a grey dashed line. It is also listed on page 2 of the booklet supplied. Taking one side of the shorts, place the front and the back of the short right sides together. Pin the short inseam together and then the outer leg together. Sew the seams closed with a 1cm seam allowance, then overlock to finish the edges. Then press the seam allowance towards the back. Then repeat on the other leg. Keeping one leg the correct way, turn the other leg inside out. Place one leg inside the other so that the right sides are together. Pin the crotch seam together from the front to the back, ensuring the inseams match in the middle. Sew the seams closed with the 1cm seam allowance. Then overlock to finish the edges. Then press the seam allowance to one side. Take the small square of interfacing and press to the waistband where the buttonholes are. This is marked on the pattern in a grey dashed line. This will help add extra support when adding the buttonholes. Sew the buttonholes as marked on the pattern following the instructions on your sewing machine. If you are using a different width ribbon other than 15mm, you will need to adjust your buttonhole size accordingly. Carefully cut open each buttonhole. A pin at each end can stop you from accidentally cutting too far. Taking the front and back waistband pieces, place them right sides together and pin the side seams. Then stitched closed with a 1 cm seam allowance. Press the seam allowance open. This will be enclosed, so there is no need to overlock. Fold the waistband in half lengthways with the wrong sides together and press. Then fold over 1 cm at the bottom edge of the waistband and press. To attach the waistband to the top of the pant, place the waistband inside the short and pin the right side of the top edge of the waistband to the wrong side of the top edge of the short. Take care to ensure the side seams of the waistband match the side seams of the short and that the buttonholes are centered at the front. Then stitched closed with a 1 cm seam allowance. Press the seam allowance towards the waistband. Take care not to press out the creases created previously. Then fold the waistband over towards the front, encasing the seam allowance. Pin the waistband so that the folded edge just covers the stitching from step 10. Stitch the waistband down 1 mm from the edge. Leave a 3 cm gap at the side to thread the elastic through. Then sew another top stitch 1 cm from the top edge to create the frill. The elastic for the waist can now be inserted. Pin one end of the elastic to the short to hold it in place, then thread the other end through the waistband. Take care to ensure the elastic is not twisted. Then sew the ends of the elastic together with a box stitch. Sew the 3 cm hole closed following the 1 mm top stitch from step 13. Now thread the waist tie through the buttonholes and tie in a bow to secure. To prevent the elastic from twisting and the waist tie from coming out, you can add a stitch up the centre back of the waistband to hold them both in place. Pin the piping to the short hem with the raw edge of the piping on the raw edge of the short hem. The overlap of the piping should be at the inseam so that it is hidden when the garment is worn. Stitch in place using a larger stitch and an 8 mm seam allowance. Take each short hem and fold in half right sides together. Pin and stitch the inseams closed using a 1 cm seam allowance. Then press the seam allowance open. Then fold each hem piece in half long ways with the wrong sides together and press. Then fold a 1 cm seam allowance on the lower edge and press. Pin the hem to the short right sides together, taking care to match the inseams. Stitched closed using a 1 cm seam allowance. Then press the seam allowance towards the hem. Fold the hem so that the seam allowance is encased and pin in place from the right side of the short. Then check the back to ensure that it is folded neatly. Top stitch from the right side of the short 1 mm below the piping to secure the back of the short hem. Then repeat steps 21 and 22 on the other leg hem.